If you can take your frustration and take your pain, take your anger, take your rage, and channel that, boom, you can have anything you want. Welcome to my channel. Hopefully after you watch this video, you'll feel inspired to change your life in a beautiful way, because that's what this channel is about. I challenge every person that watches my videos to dive deeper into their divine femininity, which really is diving deeper into inner healing and being able to transcend all of their limiting beliefs, pains, traumas, and step into their magnetism and power, because that's what the energy of the divine feminine is all about, and anybody can tap into it. Male, female, it doesn't matter, babe. It doesn't matter, okay? You see, the thing about the divine feminine is there's one aspect of the divine feminine that has been very much so demonized. One being sexuality, two being emotion.
I'm gonna go first. I hate you.
Because in this society, naturally, we were all programmed to fear emotion, because we associate catching emotion with being in a state of vulnerability, and that vulnerability is a negative thing because it leaves us vulnerable and sensitive to other people's will and control, instead of seeing emotion as the means and vehicle to our transformation. Emotions allow us to connect to one another, to experience deeper levels of intimacy, but also to be able to truly connect with other people and to connect to our own hearts and selves. And believe it or not, emotion is the key to transformation and manifestation. If you try to manifest without emotion, you might as well just give up, because emotion is what allows you to be able to program the subconscious mind, which is going to be the powerhouse of everything that you do and everything that you attract. Okay, when we think about emotion and the yin-yang Chinese philosophy, masculine energy or yang energy is about logic, and the opposite of that is emotion, the head versus the heart. And the thing about it is, the emotion is so essential. Emotions are literally everything. Imagine living in a world with no emotion. It would be literally so boring, and we would be freaking robotic and doing a bunch of stuff in this world that we don't like, which is usually what people are doing. But anyway, we're learning how to get out of that energy. When it comes to understanding emotion, energy and motion, this means being able to really process our feelings and understand our feelings and feel our feelings and understand that that's what really makes life worth living. One of the biggest emotions that has been demonized in the society, especially as women, is anger and frustration. Okay, we see this in women of color, like black women, where you have the angry black women and how it's such a bad thing to be angry. And in general, we're really taught in the society that we can't be angry, we can't be overly emotional, because if we do, then we're just being illogical and it's just a bad thing, and you know, we need to throw it down the drain. She's acting batshit crazy. I don't know about her, I'm not crazy, so get with me, pick me type of attitude. Pick me, I'm normal. But you see, the thing about it is, emotion, even the more wild, untamed emotions, are a part of life. And within reason, with processing these emotions, with experiencing these emotions, we can really see some epic changes in our evolution and in our ability to transform and change our lives. Because when we're talking about the emotion of anger, we're talking about Mars in astrology and what Mars represents. Mars represents sexuality and passion, which we know, if you study this channel, sexuality is about creation and creating the life you want. It's talking about willpower and directing your will, but at the same time, anger is associated with changing your state of mind, because it represents you are no longer okay with the position you're in right now. You're frustrated, you're ready for change. And this is a good emotion to have when you want to enforce change in your life and step into the power of creator. Because Mars is the key player in manifestation, okay? This is the secret to instant manifestation. I'm so serious. Anger literally has changed my life. Experiencing anger is one of the
best things that you possibly can experience.
Usually when we get to a point of anger, we're usually at a point in our development when we are ready for change and when we are fed up with our current circumstances. Because if you are not angry about your current circumstances, even though those current circumstances are not something that you desire, that means you're comfortable and you will continue to accept those current circumstances. But it's not all shits and giggles, because it can go either way. You can get to a place of anger and you can suppress it and pretend like it doesn't exist. You can get to a place of anger and then you beat up a bunch of people and shoot people and do things to hurt people, which is not good. It will land you in jail and you'll have a lot of karma to deal with for the next 500 years of your life. Many lives, many lifetimes. Or you can take that anger and you can channel it, feel it, understand it, understand it, and channel it into your goals. Channel it and propel you into where you want to be. Because when we talk about anger, we're really talking about passion. Okay, it's fire energy. And that fire energy, just like as we look at a flame, you stare into a flame, it's pure, raw, uninhibited energy. Now, from the evolved level, we can take that anger, we can experience it, we can feel through it, we can heal through it, and we can understand it. We don't suppress it, because the more that we suppress anger, the more that it's going to basically just stay boiled up into our body and turn into traumas and things that we don't release, and then it's going to show up in the way that we talk to other people. We're going to always have this attitude when we talk to other people, or we're always going to attract people who just poke at us, who make us feel like crap. We attract these relationships that suck because that's the emotions that you haven't processed within you, being attracted to you from the outside. So it's basically outside things poking you so that you can deal with the stuff that you haven't dealt with in your body and in your subconscious mind. But anyway, we have to deal with anger in the right way and treat anger with respect. It is an honest emotion. And a lot of people, when we get into spirituality, hear about,
oh yeah, you can't live and you gotta stay away from the low vibrations. It's all about high vibe.
And the thing about it is, when we have the lower chakras are not bad, right? They're literally a part of our body. Lower vibrations aren't bad. The lower your vibrations are, the more you're actually in a state of relaxation. When you're in the delta state, those brain waves are completely non-existent. You knocked out. It doesn't make it a bad thing, okay? There's duality in every situation. And that's what we learn when we study the Chinese philosophy, the yin yang, the divine feminine and masculine, understanding that both need each other. For women, we often suppress how we truly feel. We suppress our jealousy, we suppress anger, we suppress being fed up, and we leave it and we let it boil into our bodies. And like I said, it comes out in negative relationships that we attract towards people, toxic situations. That anger that we haven't dealt with comes out in feeling frustrated. It comes out in maybe being, bitchy, for lack of better words, towards people who don't necessarily deserve it. Terrible cramps. It just doesn't come out right. It just doesn't come out in an effective way. So what I want you to do is I challenge you to really channel your anger and frustration and get it out in a safe space. And then once you do that, you also take that emotion of anger, of frustration, which really means you are sick and tired of your vibration that you're currently vibrating at. You're sick and tired of your circumstances, and you're ready for change. Usually when we get angry in a relationship, it's because we don't want to be in that relationship anymore, or we don't want to be in the current relationship in the way that it currently is. That's how you know you're ready for change. You know you're ready for change when people start frustrating you, and when your circumstances start frustrating you and pissing you off, because that's your vibration beginning to change and go into a different frequency. And anything that is out of alignment with where you're going and headed, it's gonna piss you off. It's going to make you feel like, yo, bro, what's going on here? Okay, anger is a very important emotion. It's a true sign that you're about to transform only if you channel it correctly. I want to challenge you guys to take in that anger, to experience that anger. And when I saw a video recently, I think on Sky's channel, where she made a video and it was talking about doing a rage ritual, and they had these women come together and just really express all of the things that they have been holding back in their body in a safe space.
Let all the things that you have held back out through your body right now. Under normal circumstances, we'd be out in nature, and every stick you grab would be some other thing that makes you angry. Some person, some time that you didn't stand up for yourself, some moment that just brings up all the rage.
thought it was absolutely amazing, and I think that's a powerful thing that people want to do, to really, especially as women, to express that side of ourselves that society tells us is not good or unruly and we shouldn't focus on it. You need to be good little girls, and you know, you gotta just take a bunch of hits and never feel anything. You gotta suck it up. The part of us that is hurt, the part of us that is ragey, we need to express that. Okay, you want to express that so you can heal through it. One of the biggest examples that I've had for this in my life is one time when I was incredibly broke, and I'm talking like cents in the bank account. I was in college, didn't know how I was gonna eat that night other than like eating at the cafeteria type of energy, constantly going in and out of like the red in my bank account and getting overdraft fees and being like, dang, I'm already in the red. What else do you want from me? Type of energy. I was doing Postmates and I was delivering some food. I was so freaking mad. I was like, why am I in this position where I literally have to do this all day long to be able to make any kind of money? And I remember one time I was doing Postmates and somehow I got scammed, and these people took all of the money that I earned for that entire day, and I was working from day to night, like just delivering orders all night long, and they took everything that I earned that day. And that was my point. That was my breaking point. I was so frustrated. I was so mad. And in that space, instead of like messing something up and destroying something in my life or cursing people out, I said, you know what? I want X amount of dollars. I will have X amount of dollars. All the money that I earned that I lost because I was scammed, all the money that I earned that day, the exact amount, I don't know what it was. I think it was like 700 or something of that nature. I literally kept on repeating, I have $700. And I was so angry about it. And I was like, there is no way that my money that I just worked that hard for is gonna go out the drain. I want $700 or whatever the amount was. And I kept on repeating it again and again and again in that angry state. And would you look at that? The next day, I woke up, I looked at my Postmate account that was dumped completely previously. I looked at my Postmates account and I looked at the money that I was gonna get for the day. And I had, all the money was dumped out of my account previously. When I repeated again and again, I made $700 or insert amount. I checked my account the next day or the day after that, whatever the case is. I had $700 in that account. I don't know how. I did not do anything extra to do that. The app literally glitched, it hacked, and I had, if not the same exact amount, a little bit more than what I had asked for. This has happened to me multiple times. When I repeat something angrily and I say it over and over and over again as it already is, and I declare, no, I have this amount of money. No, I will get this opportunity. And I say that from a angry space, from that raw energetic space, boom, instant manifestation, okay? Literally, I'm talking apps breaking down. I'm talking stuff glitching in my favor. I'm talking random people giving me money on the street. I'm talking, you know, people that owe me money, they'll give me some money that I completely forgot that they owed me in the first place. When I declare something from that space, it's almost instant. So if you can get to a point where you feel your anger, you process your anger, and you evolve that anger by taking and channeling that energy into what you want instead of focusing on what is pissing you off, understand why you are angry in the first place. You are angry because the situation that you were in or something that happened to you, you didn't deserve it, or the situation that you're in currently that's pissing you off is not where you want to be. So instead of focusing on where you don't want to be and focusing on what is pissing you off, take that energy and put it and place it and channel it towards where you want to go. And this is the key to nearly instant manifestation. One of the biggest secrets that I've learned. If you can take your frustration and take your pain, take your anger, take your rage and channel that, boom, you can have anything you want. But first, you must create a sacred relationship with your anger. When we study goddesses like Oya, okay, different goddesses that represent that dark feminine energy. Darkness is not evil, okay? You know, when Oya gets angry, that's why she's associated with the storms, the wind, you know, the chaos, the craziness, okay? She's associated with hurricanes and thunder and lightning. But when the storm comes in, it clears out everything in its path so that there can be a new beginning. And that's what the energy of anger is all about. It's so that you can channel this energy effectively to be able to change your life and to have a new outcome that you want and desire to appear in your life. So the first key is creating a sacred relationship with your anger, understanding that your anger is sacred, that your feelings are valid, that all emotions are valid, not just the pretty, love and light, happy emotions. Your anger, your jealousy, your frustration, these are also emotions that need to be focused on, heard, and felt. Because usually those triggering emotions hold the greatest potential for true transformation in your life, period. Step to really coming in alignment with your anger is understanding what makes you angry. What makes you upset? What makes you angry? This is when we start tapping into Mars, okay? We start tapping into the energy of Mars in astrology. Mars is about anger. It's about war, okay? Literally about war and anger, but it's also about sexuality. It's also about what turns you on. So there's a intersection between all of that energy. What gets you going, okay? What gets you going? So you need to understand what it is in your life that currently is frustrating you, what currently is pissing you off, and also in your past, what things have you potentially suppressed and not dealt with and pretend that they didn't exist? What pains, what hurts, what negative comments did you get from other people that you pretended didn't affect you, but deep down inside you know did? What things did people do to you that made you feel like crap? What relationships did you endure and put yourself through, or if you're currently in, that don't make you feel valued and kind of frustrate you, and you know that you deserve better? What is it? Get in tune with your anger and emotions, because the sooner you can get to your anger and you can get to really what hurt you, that's when you can analyze and really grow from those emotions and process those emotions and feelings, so you can get to the next level, which will be your bliss, which will be your freedom, and which will be your liberation. So get in alignment with what freaking pisses you off and write a list of those things, journal about those things, and don't see it as a bad thing. It's an amazing thing. The next thing that I would do is find a safe space to express your anger and emotions. This is so essential, especially for women out there. Like I said, in the society, we're literally taught that we need to just be, really good, and, you gotta look pretty, and then you sit back and you just take things that you don't want to take, and you just, endure stuff, and you don't say a word, because if you say a word about it, then that makes you a crazy person. Instead of, hey, well, certain things piss me off because I'm supposed to be treated a certain way and I'm not. Find a way to channel that energy effectively. One of the best ways that you do this is by activating that throat chakra, right? Activating that throat chakra. And you activate the throat chakra by, once again, you can write things down and write out how you feel, write out how that person in the relationship made you feel X, Y, and Z, and you write it out in a journal, or whatever the situation is, write out your feelings and emotions. But the other thing that I find really effective for activating this throat chakra is yelling. Like, having the place and space to yell, okay? And that's why that rage ritual thing was so freaking awesome to look at, because it really was a safe space for women to come together and to express emotions that they have pent up inside of them, okay? So having that space to just throw something, to hit something that hopefully doesn't break everything, don't burn your house down, we're not trying to do that. But having a safe space to express that energy. One of the best ways that you can do this is face to pillow and start screaming, okay? Face to pillow, scream it out in your pillow. The next thing, whether you're in a bath, in a tub, okay, and you're in the pool, go underwater and just yell and let it out. Let out your emotions and just express, okay? Another thing that you can do to express that raw energy is to dance it away, okay? Turn on some music that really you can express that anger with and let it flow through the body. Express your emotions through your body, because the thing about it is, movement is medicine. The more that we stay stagnant and we suppress these emotions in our being, they're gonna stay stuck in our body, and that's on all levels. We have 7 layers to our body. bodies. We have our physical bodies, but then we have energetic bodies as well. So the more that we keep that energy in our bodies, we start attracting situations that just piss us off even more and trigger us even more. So if we can express these emotions through our bodies and shake it out and get it out literally, okay, energy within ourselves, then the emotions can flow through you and they have no need to stay and get stuck in your energetic field, because energy and motion, emotions are supposed to flow. Like I said, my favorite practice to do, take that energy and evolve it. Channel your anger into getting to the next level, okay? Channel your anger when it comes to your goals, the things that you do want, all right? Stuff that you actually do want in your life. No longer focus your anger on the situation that you don't want. Take that anger and focus on what you do want. Repeat affirmations in that state. I guarantee you, oh my gosh, baby, your words are so powerful. I guarantee you, if you repeat a powerful affirmation in a state of anger, it's gonna come to you quick. So you wanna be very careful about what you say when you're in an angry state. You know, that's why we curse people out. Cursing people, your words literally can curse people. So you wanna be very mindful about what you say about yourself and what you say to others in that state of anger, because from what I've experienced in my life and other people's lives, things that you say in an angry state, they hit different. They hit different, they're felt different at a different level. If you say a really negative thing to somebody when you're angry, it really gets them in the gut, which you may not want to do that. Or maybe you do, depending on who it is, I don't know. And two, the things that you say, especially when we talk about affirmations and repeating affirmations about what you want again and again, like I want $1 million, I got $1 million, I got $1 million, I got $1 million, it really can come to you pretty quickly. So keep those things in mind as well. Be careful about what you say when you are angry. But I hope you enjoyed that video and I hope you learned something, and I hope that you are no longer going to demonize your anger and understand that anger deserves a sacred space in your life as well, so that you can transcend and experience higher emotions, and deeper levels of intimacy and love with other people and with yourself. Because that's what this channel is all about, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here for women empowerment, women's liberation, and I'm here for really seeing everyone as a whole really transform their lives for the better. So if you like that video, please give this video a thumbs up, all right? Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to your girl if you're looking out for more content that is similar to this. And also, if you want to take a deep dive into divine feminine topics and really get that deep healing work when it comes to seduction, when it comes to awakening your inner goddess, all right, when it even comes to starting a business, whatever the case is, whatever it is, I got a course for that. So definitely check out my courses down below, and we dive deeper into these beautiful topics of goddesses, powerful beings. I love it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.